from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Stop your whining. Check 43. He's checking. He's right here.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Third down and 11.
Strong right. 3 down.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack on first down, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't know no better.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 60 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious? This blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
What down? 54 Mike. Let's get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 93. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
I think all you say to your guy.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray 48 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 5 now. Carr, he's airing it up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards, a first down. Breeze now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Check three. 637. Hey, Delta. 56. Express. 56, right there. 56. Hey, I'm coming out here.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Caught by Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Running with Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is what
he's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
12. 10-49. Hey, orbit. Sammy.
To throw, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On play action, now Carr looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? You're waiting. Hey, eat. I know you ain't got it. Good on.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze again has it complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 84 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 97 yards. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Rip left, 734. 56.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. This will be taken short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, set. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check your hot read.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Powers through again. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Kill. Alert 29. Alert 3.
Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Carr now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. To try again after the sack. Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo. 54.
Here's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What now? Go,
1st and 10. Here's Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. To throw is Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.